We got ourselves team 1 together with Athelman over as a full Night Fate Paladin. We got Kratzy. Looks like he's going to be first up. Getting attacked down by Zip. Zip going in for a full road down onto the rogue though as Kratzy trying to see if he might be able to get a couple pets in there. Going to be a Cloak of Shadows up and running really early for the rogue. That Cloak of Shadows does not stop the stuns from the Felguards. Getting shot with the full substance of Kratzy. Got himself a wall, but it might not be enough. Literally getting melted, still dying. I was going to be draining life trying to keep him alive. And Zip just had to wait until Sepsis finally ticked out at the end. Man just used a lot of his cooldowns. Used every offensive, everything but a blind. But I want to make sure Kratzy went down on team 1. We also got us some errors. We got us Svenny in the back, as well as Feral Beast. It looks like he's going to be up next. On team 2, we got Antomadon. We got Arhi. We got Septichka. Going to be for a bit of a 4-man action. Zip is going to have to wait out for the Feral Druid, unless it pop in a bear form. I'm just going to have to wait it out for a second. I love how Arthur is a tree. He literally is a tree. He's not even like the original tree. He's like the green and like bluish tree. So I was like, what do you call it? It's like the Quartermaster gear or something, isn't it? Renown gear maybe? Eyes are back up for both of these two. Feral Beast could go picking up the eyes while in bear form. Looks like he's going to shift on a bear. Could swap over to the eyes. And might be able to find the rogue hitter maybe with a Moonfire. Would definitely give him an advantage getting the rogue out of stealth, denying him the opener. For Zippy, just fine sitting in stealth, just waiting out for cooldowns to come back. Because that's a Vendetta, that's Vanish, that's all NCDs coming back up little by little. Sap with the Feral Beast. It looks like Zip just wants to see if he can potentially AFK this duel out a little bit longer. Another Sap onto the Feral. Just trying to keep him CC'd. Shadow Step next to him. He's going to get another Sap. Go road opener. Zip does not have the biggest burst just yet, so I think he's going to try to see if he can delay a kidney shot until later. He's going to go for a blind versus Feral, try to see if he might be able to bait out a trinket. Not a bad idea. Sometimes the rogue, you might be able to just use CC, the sabs, the blinds, eventually just to frustrate the enemy team. To maybe go for using a trinket just to see, you know what, I'm tired of this rogue, I just want to pop a trinket, see if I'm able to get an opener, maybe a sap out of Zip. Looks like not gonna be able to go for a proper sap. Bash by Feral. He's gonna be a trinket for Zip, could potentially go for a Cloak of Shadows, is gonna go, actually Cloak of Shadows, I was gonna say maybe evasion, is going to be going for getting shot full burst and a Feral Beast like a burst can heal, walls up. Is he going to be able to survive it? Another frozen reach and looks like he just died in the blades. Oh, that sepsis burst is still super effective. Gonna be Zip trying to see if he can escape errors. Got evasion up immediately for him with a discern to follow. Trying to see if he might be able to sprint out of there, just bail out of the game. Oh my goodness, just liquidated the Feral Druid. Aaron's trying to see if he can leap on top of Zip. Is able to successfully reconnect. Get a shot. Go to force a trinket out of the warrior. Charge towards Zip. Has him in the execute range. Zip trying to see if he might be able to avoid him. That's gonna be rampage. Get him super low. Zip needs to catch himself a reset. That flush gun is gonna give him opportunity to at least catch himself a reset away from the warrior. Whirlwind is gonna get him out though. Unfortunate. Does he have another kidney shot? Potentially. Get a shot. Walking away at no help whatsoever. If only this warrior had some kind of bleeds, then he might be able to get Zip down, but he's not going to be able to do much. And the eyes are down because Zip waiting for the Feral to pick all of them up. So Zip actually got himself an opportunity to get himself a full reset. Got him to Sippy Cup. And he's got himself a game of waiting for cooldowns. Aaron just has to either try to see if he can whirlwind the guy out randomly, go for some real lucky heroic leaps, or potentially pick up the eyes, which are back up. Better pick this up as soon as possible while Zip is kind of lowish on health. Blind coming back up for Zip very soon. If he can somehow wait long enough until he can get that Vendetta and Zip is back up, he may have himself a play. He does play into Disarm, so you could rotate between Disarm and between Kidney Shot to add more control towards errors, and he always has a blind for an escape. Saboteur errors is going to Zerker Rage out of it. Blind immediately. It looks like Zip just doesn't want to fight him whatsoever. He's just waiting until the Vendetta. Errors is going to have defenses for this, but he's not going to have a trinket available for that Vendetta, and Sepsis now is going to be back up in like 10 seconds. So it could be really bad for him. As another eyes to pick up, Errors better get super aggressive with Zip. If he can go for a disarm inside of Vendetta window, that'll be fantastic. If he can go for a fear as the kidney shot comes out at the same time, that'll also be prime as well. Anything you can do to get aggressive with Zip is going to be awesome. Got himself the banner, trying to see if he can get himself a big go. Blade Storm trying to deny kidney shot. Zip is under all pressure. Cloak of Shadows kidney shot. It's going to be full Sepsis burst versus Errors trying to see if he can liquidate him. Literally cheese them out. Oh my god. Another one bites the dust. What is this? As they're just sitting down, it's like, yo, Atha, you know how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna sit in stealth. I'm gonna get my cooldowns back. We might as well just literally AFK for 2 minutes. And Atha's like, hey, look, I got a tree. Waiting 2 minutes. I don't know if they are actually going to wait 2 minutes. I feel like for Atho, it wouldn't be a good idea. It looks like Zip is just going to let himself die. There's no way. He's going to go for a blind in the last second, right? Or no, apparently he's just fine sacrificing himself so the rest of the team Team 2 gets a chance to play. Oh, that's what he's going to do. He did his thing. What an ethical gamer. He's like, you know what? I had my fun. I had my play. I'm going to let the rest of Team 2 play. Literally sacrifice himself on the altar so the rest of Team 2 gets a chance. You got Antabaddon, Arhi, Aptishka. Before dampening gets really high, all of them are actually getting a chance to play. Literally letting these guys get to play Soren. An ethical gamer right here, man. Ethical team player. It's not even about winning games. It's literally about having fun in 5v5 duels, and that's what counts, boys. Stun him to Jeshka. Athman tried to see if he might be able to go for full final rank, but Jeshka got himself full dispersed, trying to see if he can survive the burst damage out of Atho. And that's going to be an adaptation down for the count. Going to be a DPs dropping in from Tishka. Does he himself the Shadow Fiend swamping in? Or a Shadow? Going to be Tishka getting kind of low now. Interrupted on Shadow. I think it might be over. He got himself siphoned for Satha, but cannot heal himself. Unless he got himself the shields. Can't really do much in order to get himself up and running. With Arhi going to be potentially up next, or maybe Anton, but Don looks like he's waiting for the Death Knight to charge out, and Anton is actually going to be given a chance to play the game versus these Palace. Got himself swarm loading in. Anton is looking to maybe crush down Atham and try to see if he might be able to get the abomination roll into the army of the dead. Bubba forced out of the Paladin as Anton built up full bar runic power, has himself the defensive play of spamming out Death Strikes as soon as he gets low, but definitely got himself a lot of pressure versus Atham. Atham still hasn't recovered fully. Got himself Shield of Vengeance to hopefully stave off some of the damage. Stun to Anton, who pocketed that IBF. Shield of Vengeance eventually going to pop versus Anton. Maybe it'll hit him, just him. Nice fear onto that pet, by the way. Nice fear onto the goal. Trying to go for a bit of a heal. Does he have a flush scout? Looks like he doesn't. Was he a flush scout Paladin? I think he might have been. I think that's what he's trying to go for, is maybe a heal. Maybe we're trying to go for a juke. And Fenny is the last one left over for the team 1. Fenny, are you ready? Anton is giving Fenny at least an opportunity to come back. I think Fenny might have AFK'd when they saw the rogue just 1v Xing people. Wait, just left? I think he deceived or left. I'm not really sure what happened. But I guess he's gone. He didn't really say anything, so may have just walked away from the keyboard and might have gotten to see it at the very end, dude. That's super sad to have the duels end the way that it did, but it's okay. At least we saw a rogue just absolutely liquidate these boys, though. That was interesting. That was very, very interesting either way. Absolutely just massacred them. Oh, it's gonna be weird to edit for a vid, but I'll see how to try to check the best footage, man. The match was definitely edited a little bit weird.